This is the book of Second Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 11. Consequently, power sends them a deluding influence so that they will believe what is false. I like to give all praises and glory to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. I like to give all glory and praises to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Pieces and salutations to the hopeful elect. Okay, so we here now. Okay, World War III is about to pop off. Okay, and Yahweh Shai, he's going to send them a strong delusion. And once again, like we discussed, the men of GMS, they have it. They cracked the riddle, okay? You don't need to look anywhere further, okay? They cracked the riddle. Where our job is to keep 10 toes down, keep the doctrine of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and to keep persevering, okay? That's our main job. That's what we have to do, okay? Let's get it. First Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 4. As a result, ourselves we boast about you in the churches of power for your perseverance and faith and your persecutions and afflictions which you are enduring. Okay, so we are enduring persecutions and afflictions. Okay, and Yahweh Shai is going to send them a strong delusion. Okay, when this thing goes down. So you want to be on the, like we discussed on multiple occasions in my last video, you want to be on the right-hand side of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. You don't want to be on the left-hand side. You're going to be destroyed when that day happens, okay? You want to be on the right-hand side of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai when this thing pops off. That's what this is all about. Okay, so let's get it. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. Let's let's start at verse 2. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 2. Not to be easily shaken for your composure and disturbed by any kind of letter, kind of spirit or message or letter, analogy from us to the effect that the day of Yahweh is already here. Let no one deceive you in any way, for that day will not come until the rebellion comes, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the son of destruction. And who's that lawless one? Esau, the so-called white man. Okay, he's a destructive one. Okay, he's the one. The man of lawlessness. Verse 4. He opposes and exalts himself above every so-called God, power, or object worship of any kind. As a result, be taking his seat in the temple of power, displaying himself as he is power. Surely you recall that I used to tell you these things while I was still with you, and you know what holds him back, so that he will be revealed in his own time. Okay, and that's the so-called white man. And now we know he's revealed. Okay, the so-called white man's revealed, and once he's revealed, let's go to the book of Second Ezra. The book of Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Jacob, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that follow us. So we see here Esau is the end of the world. Okay, so that's why the so-called white man is being revealed right now. Okay, he's being revealed. Okay, and now he's going to be destroyed, okay, when this thing goes down. And you don't want to be on the left hand side of Yahweh Yahushai when this thing goes down. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, okay? It's a fearful thing. Verse 6, and so you know what holds him back, so that he will be revealed in his own time. For the hidden power of lawlessness is already at work. However, the one who holds him back will do so until he is taken out of the way. And then the lawless one will be revealed, whom Yahweh will destroy by the breath of his mouth, by the prophets, and wipe out by the manifestation of his arrival. Okay, so he's going to be destroyed, okay, when this thing goes down. Okay, the powers of the earth will be shaken. Okay, let's get it. One moment. The powers of the earth will be shaken. Bible verse.
The Bible verse about the powers of heaven being shaken.
The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 26. Let's go to it. The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 26. People will be fainting from fear and expectation of what is coming upon the world. For the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Okay, so whose heaven is going to be shaken? The so-called white man's heavens. Okay, his heavens are going to be shaken. Okay, so if you want to make it out of this thing, you have to endure. Okay, you have to endure tribulations. All that walking down and sitting down in the sit down kingdom, no, you're going to have to endure much persecutions and tribulations. Verse 22, they strengthen the book of Acts, chapter 14, verse 22. They strengthen the souls of the disciples and encourage them to continue in the faith, saying, we must do we must enter the kingdom of power through many persecutions. Okay, so through many persecutions. Okay, tribulations. Okay, that's what this is all about. The book of First Peter, chapter 1, verse 5. Who by powers are protected and through faith for the salvation ready to be revealed in the last time. This will bring you great joy, although you have to suffer through for a short time in various trials. Such trials shows to be proven a character of faith. Such is more valuable than gold, gold that is tried by fire, even though it passes away and brings praise and glory and honor when Yahweh is Mashiach is revealed. You have not seen him, but you love him. You did not see him, but you believe in him, and you will receive the indescribable and glorious joy because you are obtaining the glory, the goal of your faith, the salvation of your souls. Okay, so you don't want to be fucked off when this thing goes down. That's what I'm gonna just say it like that. You don't want to be when this thing finally goes down. You don't want to be destroyed. When this thing finally goes down, you want to call on the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. That's what this is all about. Okay, so one moment. The book of First Peter chapter 3 verse 20. Let's start off 3:17. First Peter chapter 3 verse 17. For it is better for you to suffer for doing good, if powers will it, than for you doing evil. Because Mashiach also suffered once for sin, the just for the unjust, to bring you to power by being put to death in the flesh, by bringing by being made alive in the spirit. And if he went and preached to the spirit in prison, after they were disobedient long ago, when power patiently waited for the days of Noah and an ark that was being constructed, and the ark a few that was 8 souls was delivered through water. Okay, so that's what this is all about. You want to be on the right hand side of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. The book of Second Peter chapter 3 verse 7. By the same word, the present heavens and earth have been reserved for fire, by being kept for the day of judgment and destruction for the ungodly. Okay, so that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Okay, calling on the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. That's what this is all about. Coming over here. The book of Philippians chapter 2 verse 12. Then when my dear friends, just as you have obeyed in not only in my presence, but much more in my absence, continue working out your own salvation with awe and reverence. Okay, the King James says fear and trembling. Okay, that's what this is all about. Okay, serving Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and fear and trembling. So, okay, fear and trembling. Okay, so you don't get put to death violently when this thing goes down. You want to keep calling on His holy divine name. The book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 1. Yahweh, why, Yahweh, do you stand far off, and why do you pay no attention during time of trouble? The wicked arrogantly chases the oppressed. The oppressed are trapped by their schemes of the wicked they have dreamed up. This new world order, okay? The so-called Illuminati's new world order. Yes, the wicked man boasts because he gets what he wants. The one who robs others curses and rejects Yahweh. The wicked man is so arrogant that he thinks that power won't hold me accountable for what he does and care. He is secure at all time. He does not regard for your commandments, disdain for his enemies. He says to himself, I will never be shaken because I will experience no calamity. His mouth is full of cursing and deception, harmful words. His tongue injures and destroys. He waits for an ambush near the villages. He hides in place to kill the innocent. His eyes look for some unfortunate victim. He lies in ambush in a hidden place like a lion in a thicket. He lies in ambush, waiting to catch the oppressed. He catches the oppressed by pulling his net. This new world order, okay, this microchip, okay, when this thing goes down. The book of Psalm chapter 10, verse 18. You defend the fatherless and oppressed so that they mere mortals may not longer terrorize them. Okay, so it's Yahweh Yahushai. He's our only hope and our only prayer out of this thing. Okay, without Yahushai, we won't make it out of here with our life when this thing goes down. He's our one-way ticket out of here. The book of Psalms, chapter 73, verse 1. Certainly, power is good to Israel and to those whose motives are pure. But as for me, my feet almost slipped. My feet almost slid out from under me. For I envied those who were as they observe the prosper of the wicked, for they suffer no pain. Their bodies are strong and well fed. They are immune to the trouble common to men. They do not suffer as other men suffer. Arrogance in their necklace is their necklace, and violence covers them like a clothing. Okay, verse 14. I suffer all day long, and I am punished from every morning. Verse 17. Then I entered the precinct of Power's temple and understood the destiny of the wicked, for you pulled them in a slippery places. You bring them down to ruin in a mere moment. Terrified judgments make them demise complete. They are like a dream after one wakes up. Oh Yahweh, when you awake, you despise them. Okay, so they, they're like they're put in slippery places. The book of Deuteronomy. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 43. Cry out, O nations, and hear his people, for he is avenged his servants' blood. He will take vengeance against his enemies. He will make atonement for his land and people. Then I get you my closeout scripture. get you my closeout scripture. One moment here. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 28. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall not be able to do nothing against thee, said Yahweh. My hand will cover thee, so that thou children shall not see hell. Be joyful of this, O mother, with thy children, for I will deliver thee, said Yahweh. And hopefully you was edified. I'd like to give all praises and glory to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Shalom.